Here we go.
All notes.
Yeah. Oh, I love you. I love you. Okay, it says we're live. Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Hello, Kristen. How are you?
Yes, we're live.
Oh, who's got the echo? Is that me?
That was me. I turned it off.
Oh. I was having this major delay where it was just the black screen. You wasn't seeing anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's delayed a little bit.
It always is, but I got us as long as we're all there.
Last time I didn't even have time to even pull it up on YouTube, so I didn't get to see anything, like any comments or anything the whole time. So I'm glad to actually see what people are saying and say hello.
Yes. Yes, Kristen, I know it's raining. It's really like some random rainstorm, and we got like tornado warnings and flash flood warnings. The whole like road outside my work is flooded, so a lot of people were like turning around to get back on the freeway, and I was like, I have a truck, I can get through this.
Trying to figure out what to angle using this. I was like, there we go. The book for tonight.
Yes.
You have yours perfectly placed behind you. You have like the mise en scene. It works.
She's like, yes.
I tried to be as prepared as I could be this time.
Aww.
You're fantastic. You were
adorable. I love you. I love how we just about like, we love her.
Y'all make me laugh.
I'm so glad we got to do this bonus discussion. First time ever. Cozy Mystery Club, first time ever bonus discussion.
That was awesome.
For those of you joining us, last month, this was our official book of the month, and everyone loved it so much. Tonight we're talking about book 2, which I also loved. I'm just going to start that off and say that.
I know, it was so good.
Last month was Live and Let Try, and then this month, well, our bonus for the month was No Good Tea Goes Unpunished, and yeah, I'm loving this book series. I'm in it. Pre-ordering. I'm here for it.
In for the long haul.
So what did you think? Did you enjoy them? I mean, I was so happy. I'm like, oh my gosh, this could have been another book. Just like the bonus nights here. I'm like, this is great. This could be a regular book. Like, I'm just gonna keep buddy reading this. Like, we gotta keep this going.
I know.
I gave it 4 stars. I loved it.
Me too. I gave it 4. I would say like 4.5. There's really nothing that I didn't like about it. I couldn't pinpoint the thing where I was just like, you know what? If that wasn't in it, it would have, I loved it so much. Like, I loved all the characters. I loved the characters that you love to hate, and Grady. I mean, God bless him, Grady.
So perfect.
He is.
I mean, I have to admit, I think I just gave it 5 stars because I love her writing. I think she's a really talented writer. I mean, I can't, everything from like the details. I mean, I love the little details. I was laughing so hard with the ants in this book, making their little bee film. I mean, they're the beekeepers, and then they're making this little bee apocalypse film. And there's this moment when Judy comes down and she's like, what are you doing? Are you making a pilgrim film? She goes, no, we're making the bee apocalypse. And she's like, of course you are. Like, yeah, naturally. I lost it. And Max was sleeping. My dog is Max. He was sleeping by my feet, and I laughed so hard he like jolted awake. Like, what's going on?
Yeah, I was like, as one would. Of course we're making a bee apocalypse movie. Of course.
I just love that.
Here. Lady Gizmo's here. Hello.
Hi.
Premier is so excited for her 3rd book, Tide and Punishment, coming out. She loves that this is like a segue to her new one. That's awesome. I cannot wait for the 3rd book. I'm, like Angela said, like, I'm in this series. I'm in the long haul.
We need to find out what's going on with Grady and Everly. Like, we need this. I need this in my life. I need to know.
Get together in this next book. I mean it. I'll still read regardless. I don't care. I love it.
I thought for sure they'd at least kiss in this book. I mean, come on. You gotta.
I literally have a pile of notes that is just Grady and Everly. And that's my biggest pile.
Yeah.
I mean, everything from like the possessive when he's like, "You're not getting comfortably near her," and she's like, there was a tone in his voice. But I was losing my mind when I realized that they hadn't connected or talked since the mystery. And so I'm going, what do you mean you haven't talked since you solved it? What do you mean you haven't been together? I wanted things to have already progressed when I picked up next, not exactly where you left off. Killing me. The slow burn.
It makes you just want to turn the pages faster and faster. Like, what is going to happen?
That moment, Nicole, I believe you tweeted it. The one where he's like, if you're gonna start dating, let me know when you're ready to date again. And he's like, I'll research the guys. I lost it. I was just like, are you kidding? This is the moment.
I was like, oh my God, this is it. And then he was like, I'll investigate him. I was like, why you gotta play me like that? That's rude.
If you're ever ready to date again, Grady said, a crooked smile on his lips, let me know. And I was so pumped. And then I kept reading. And then he's like, I'll run a full background check. I was like, really? Grady?
No, I was like, that was dirty. That was dirty.
And like that was the writing where like I fell for it too. Sometimes when people are doing those setups, you don't fall for it. You can see it coming. I didn't see that one coming because I think I was hoping that it was gonna turn into something.
I was so involved. I was like, I wanted it like every scene where they were together. I was like, this is it, and I wanted it to be like the moment. And so when he was saying that, I was like, yes, hallelujah. And then he was just like, I'll investigate him for you. Oh my, I lost it. I about threw this book across the room. I was like, Grady, why you gotta play me like that? That's not okay.
I mean, we're really like, this is going into like Mariana Zapata, like slow burn territory because, they didn't even like kiss on the cheek. The most they did was the hand holding when he squeezed her hand back. And I thought that was adorable. So I'm like, okay, there's some level of intimacy. Like, I'll take it. Like, I'm holding on to anything I can get at this point.
That one scene when they were at the little festival and Wyatt was, they were doing their little chit chat after, Denver was, playing with like the rope, which I love Denver, by the way. Just gonna put that in. Love him so much.
I mean, if you're guaranteed at Denver, like, yes, I want a kid. Like, if I get a Denver, if I get a Denver, like, I will have this child. If not, like, Denver's the cutest little thing ever. Just throwing that out there.
But when Wyatt was like asking or like basically telling Grady like to take care of her, and he was like, why you said that, right? And she's like, no, it's like it's because he knows what he lost, and he had his arm around her waist. I was like, yes, come on and kiss. But they didn't. Frustrating.
Oh my gosh, where is that?
Same thing.
There was one. So I'm looking like, where's my little Wyatt pile of notes? I loved Grady. He stole my heart for real when he came to her rescue the next day when she saw Wyatt, and he's like, he had that line where he's like, I shouldn't have, she ran away with me once. He's like, well, it's a good thing you let her go and she came back to you. Like, oh my God, Grady. I was like, you just nailed that. I mean, he was there for her, and he had that one-liner. I was like, snap. Oh, he won me over. I am forever Grady fan. Like, I'm there for him. Whatever happens, I'm there.
And it just got better because Wyatt was like, who is this? Is this your new man? And then Grady looks at her and is like, you don't need a man, do you? And she's like, no, I really don't. And he was just like, damn right. I'm like, yes.
I wanted her to say, I don't need one, but it'd be nice to have you, or something witty and snarky, but
Yeah, and I think I commented, like when you commented on my tweet about that scene, I wanted him to say something when she was like, oh, it was just for pretend, even though it's like it felt nice to be wanted by someone else, even though it was just for pretend. I wanted him to say something so bad. I'm like, come on, that was he held the door open for you. I mean, come on.
That's the thing. There's the setup. They're already holding hands. Are they gonna lean in for the kiss? No. She's saying, "Oh yeah, if I start dating again, let me know." And then you fall off. I had that exact quote. I had that right in front of me. But Wyatt, he is terrible. I don't know how we got to talk about. Comments, you guys. We got to talk about Wyatt because I just was starting to compile things when he ever said She was baking cookies at culinary school, and then he never finished a sentence like, the rodeo was the only thing I ever, and then he just dropped off. She's like, the only thing you ever loved? Yeah, fill in the blank right there. I mean, this guy.
I was so glad, though, that Everly realized that. You know, she was really hearing what he was saying, and she realized that she made the right decisions and that she was in the right place.
Right.
I was glad to see that.
Me too. And I was just, especially when there was like in their first interaction where he was just like, oh, I couldn't remember if my memory was tricking me, like if you were so beautiful, and like her heart fluttered. I was like, don't be stupid.
Yeah.
Don't do it.
Young Grady and Denver waiting for you.
And it's like la 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 la. Okay.
Well, he killed me. I agree with you 1,000,000%, Anna, because one of the things I highlighted was when she realized he's obnoxious, rude, and presumptuous, because he shows up at her house for filming with this Beepocalypse movie, which I still think is the most epic thing in the world. I love it. And so he shows up there making her so uncomfortable, and she's like, why are you here? Why are you taking this on? I kind of love that she realized he overstepped. Because before she might have been like, oh, this is a nice gesture. But instead she's going, wait, no, this is not okay.
She's definitely grown up from the time that she ran off with him to now, after everything that she's been through. And Kristen said, I wanted to bee slap him the entire time. That's great.
That's perfect. Yeah, just stick the bees on him, the ants. Yeah, seriously. Because he was a piece of work.
Just, accidentally let them loose while he's near.
It would have been perfect timing. Like while they were filming the Beepocalypse movie, just like, oh, I just wanted to bring the bees because that's who this is all for. It would have been perfect. It would have been amazing. But then, Everly might have had a panic attack because she's terrified of bees.
Well, with that, again, I was just the Wyatt scenes. I realized how much I hated him as he kept. The more scenes he was in, the more I detested this individual. I'm like, thank God you're fictional. When he took off the shirt to show off his six-pack, thinking, oh, she'll fall back in love with me because, I'm attractive. And she goes, why is your shirt off? Like, she called him on it. She's like, why is your shirt off? It's not even hot. What are you doing?
It's so unnecessary. So unnecessary. And it's just like, there's nothing so unattractive as a guy who knows he's attractive. And I'm just like, just go, please. Go hold that pole over there. That's fine.
Just like, go do your job.
And I love how he just basically like threw himself into everything. Like she tried to give him like the most like asinine positions, like, here, hold this pole, or like put this bee suit on.
I have to give her credit for that one, yeah. I also liked how, again, I don't know if this is just my perception of it, but she kind of had that like revenge body moment of getting all dressed up, the hair and makeup, because the first two times she sees him, she says her jammies, she's in her jammies, she just rolled out of bed, no hair, no makeup, no nothing. And then when she goes to the festival, she's all dressed up, she's wearing her nicest clothes. I was kind of like, go you, like, yes, put that on, be confident, like show them I was proud of her.
Absolutely. And oh my gosh, I just love like Amelia. She's like so like supportive. And as she was talking about this, she's like, I was in my jammies, and she was like, oh, you were in your jammies? Like she was so heartbroken for her. Like, oh, honey, I was laughing.
Like the guy who breaks your heart, you want to have that moment where you're like, yeah, like I'm okay, I don't need you, and she got it.
Yeah, she did. She got her perfect moment. And I love Everly and Amelia together. They're such good friends, and I just love them together.
Amelia's so cute. Her and her little libraries.
I think she could have her own series.
She could.
I would buy it. I'd read it.
Mm-hmm.
But now I need to know what happens with her and Ryan. We gotta find out what's going on there.
And now that he kind of redeemed himself some, and I think he may be a better character now.
True.
Yeah, because I'm with you, Anna. I did not like him at all at first. I thought he was just a little bit too smooth, like a little bit too convenient, sometimes. And the fact that he like had his eyes on Amelia, I was just like, stay away from her. Mm-mm.
Yeah.
I was more annoyed about that than anything else with him. You leave Amelia alone. Like, yes, you can ask her to tag team. Yes, you can be creepy and follow and do your story, but like, you do not touch Amelia. Amelia is off limits.
He stabbed Craig to death. Whatever, but just leave Amelia alone.
I was like, I was like, yeah, but Amelia's precious. I mean, she needs to be protected at all costs. She's just so cute with her little libraries.
Yes.
Yeah. She needs to be protected. She's too precious for this world.
Her, Denver also needs protected. Like, I love this child. He's so cute. I mean, I got the biggest kick out of the scene when he put the makeup on. He was wearing his little pirate hands. He was just so happy with his outfit. I was going, this is the most adorable scene. Like, you can kind of tell. I'm gonna guess she has kids in her life, Baker, because the way the scenes play out with the children, just spot on, just so heartwarming and touching. It's just so cute.
And I just remember in the first book, whenever you first find out that he has a kid, like whenever that scene first started, I was like, oh no, I don't want there to be a kid or him to have a kid. But they are so good together and he's so cute and I love it. And so I'm glad that's in there. It's a really
I agree. Yeah. That's one of my things with romances. Sometimes the kid is like, again, like you either think it's great in the story or other times it's not handled properly, and she's handling it properly. So you got to give her credit.
Yes.
Again, I'm really loving the writing. He's so cute. Like when he ever was like, no, he wants to get paid in like cotton candy and grape soda, and he's like, no, I want my ice cream. Like I'm a smart child.
Right.
He's just so cute.
I do see Stacy's here. Stacy, hello. Already has the third book on order, of course. Yes, because this series is amazing. And Angela is here. Angela Cox, hello.
I was like, hi. I thought you were going to yeah, I'm still here. I thought you meant like I got lost.
And Angela said she loves how it's the perfect blend of mystery and romance.
Mm-hmm.
And I agree.
Slow burn, slowest burn. I just needed at least one kiss in this book. That was probably it. That's probably why I didn't give it like the full 5 stars. I was like, y'all needed a kiss. Okay, 4.5.
Yeah.
You're taking out 0.5 just for that.
The whole half a star for it.
So this is like a very random note, but this goes with their relationship. So one of the reason why I think I appreciate the romance is it's not forced, but there's an organic nature to it. And the scenes where they actually get to know each other matter. So I printed this off just because I kind of really caught my attention. When our victim's mother wants to hold a vigil, she's like, oh, I'll help you. I'll set up the cafe. And, Grady's right there and he's seeing her talk about this. He's seeing her be generous and kind and empathetic. And I was going, okay, this is the type of thing that these characters will fall in love over. He will see her in action. I was loving that. I was like, this is such good writing. So when they do fall in love, you'll see why.
Yeah, I guess it is more of a realistic and not automatic, type relationship that's going to happen.
Yeah, especially because of what happened with Wyatt. I mean, it's only been 8 months. Reading these books, you're just like, you can kind of like, you can almost make yourself believe like, oh, it's in the past. It was forever ago, blah, blah, blah. But really, in real life, it was 8 months, and like she basically had her heart broken. So it is, like you said, Anna, very realistic, their progression. And he just lost his wife, like the love of his life, like he loved her so much. Yeah. And so the fact that it is more realistic because they're just not jumping in. Yeah.
Right. And Everly, she hasn't been back home for very long, and she's just starting her business and getting to know her friends again and her family again because she's been away. So it makes sense.
I had a random thought. So the couple who got married after knowing each other for 6 months, they're kind of the scary tale. They didn't know each other, got married right away, and he was the victim of the story. So maybe like we're looking at like slow burn relationships as a positive.
Right.
Put that out there.
Yeah.
Like when Everly found out like they had only known each other for 6 months, she's like, wow.
Kristen said, why it seems the type who messages hey at like 3 a.m. every 6 months.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Like, ooh, I don't know if y'all heard that, but that's some thunder.
Oh my gosh. You can hear it.
Oh, yeah, that's we're just getting some really random storms here. I mean, not random, it's monsoon season, but yeah, it's like, ooh, it's been like that all day.
Stay safe.
Kind of
My goodness.
talk about mysteries.
Yeah, I'm staying indoors. You know, I'm just praying that the internet holds out so I can continue to talk to you.
Yeah.
Angela Cox also said that I hope that Amelia is not the mysterious town blogger. This whole book, we have not found out who the blogger is.
Well, we also only got like a little snippet into the grandmother of how her life in DC. I kind of expected her to be in the book in a way because we ended the first book with her in the limo with the grandson. I mean, we're still getting our little hints here, so I'm going, oh, please, I need this information.
Yeah, see, that was actually pretty shocking because it's 4 months after that last book ended. And so they did not bring up that ending like at all until page like 200 and something. I was like, oh, we're finally addressing like
so
yeah, exactly. And so I was like, at least it was addressed. But yeah, I was actually super shocked. I know, Angela, you said this earlier, but like they haven't talked at all since the last case was wrapped up, Everly and Grady. I'm just like, why? Rude.
Was there another murder that you've been trying to solve? Is that why you haven't been calling me?
What could you have been busy with if there wasn't a murder to solve?
Right. She kind of called him out on it too, just like, yeah, you could have like called or messaged me these 4 months, but whatever.
And with as much as he loved her lemon cake, he could have been at the cafe every day for lemon cake.
That's true.
Yeah, the perfect excuse. And she runs a cafe. It's not like she's an accountant where like him showing up would just be like totally out of the blue.
Right? He even said like one day like he was so hungry he forgot to eat, and she's like, how did you do that? You know I work in a restaurant, right? Like I have food.
My dog is going after the books. I don't know what he's trying to do.
April's here. Hi, April. She's loving the series. I love that. She just started reading Cozy Mysteries, so like the fact that she's loved our last 3, so I love it.
We're converting you. You're gonna get cozy. I have my shirt on. Get cozy.
Cozy Mystery.
I have a vampire shirt because
I love that shirt.
I'm like, it's totally appropriate. It's 90 plus degrees outside, but it's appropriate because it's the first day of fall.
The first day of fall.
Oh, this little guy's in me. Good little guy.
Just trying to catch up on the comments. Hello, everybody.
I mean, so the question's got to be: so Anna, you said you knew who the killer was. You didn't. Did anyone else know who the killer was? What did you guys think? Yes, maybe.
I for sure thought it was Pete, and then Everly found him all knocked out. I'm just like, okay, well, I guess it can't be Pete unless he like staged it to throw the trail off of him. But I was like, that's a little bit too high fetch buzz. So I thought it was Pete for the longest time, because especially when they were talking about like the embezzling and maybe Craig found out something like because he's really shady. I'm like, okay, but nope.
The only other person I ever suspected was Ryan. Whenever she found out that he knew him and had that history with him, I was like, okay. But yeah, it was a stabbing, so I knew that was like passionate. Mm-hmm. That usually means it's something to do with a relationship, a romantic relationship. Mm-hmm. So I figured it was Cynthia.
Yeah.
I mean, I love that this book, again, I think he's such a talented writer. I'm just so impressed by how this kind of plays out with all the details. And again, you don't really know the way, I'll tell you guys in a second exactly when I knew it was Cynthia. There was a moment where I was like, it's her. But like, you didn't know for sure until you're like, oh, we have all these different avenues. So it kept you guessing. So I knew it was her when she said, again, she's talking to Everly, our protagonist. She goes, "You're an idiot," she said, "a big, chubby idiot." And I was like, she is the killer. There's no way it is not her. When she ever said that, I'm like, you do not insult Everly, who is a size 12, Like, no. Like, no fat shaming. You were a terrible person. It was you.
It was you. You did it. You need to go.
Arrest immediately.
Arrest immediately. I'm like, Brady, we need you down on Main Street to get this.
Because even like if you thought Pete, and I mean, you had all the other people who were potential suspects. They were never mean. They were, I mean, yes, they were a little creepy, a little sketchy. You know, they weren't. You didn't know what was going on there fully. But she was just flat out rude and mean. Like, she was cruel. It's like, it's you.
For sure.
And that had nothing to do with the murder. That was just her being her. Which is why I was like, it's you.
Yeah, and I just knew Everly wasn't focusing enough on her. So I was like, there's all these obvious people it could be. But,
yeah.
My son
I thought I heard a knocking. I was like, hello?
Oh,
He's
It's so cute.
you're a little favorite.
Real life. Anyways, yes, I knew she wasn't focusing enough on her, and the fact that she had clearly stolen those clothes that she was trying to hide and running off like a creep.
Yeah,
She
April
was
was
just a
saying.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, April was saying like she forgot about Cynthia, so she was surprised. And honestly, like, yeah, she was kind of like off page for a while. Like, yeah, the murder happened, and then all of this other stuff, and then all of a sudden, Everly catches her with all the clothes, the hemp bracelet. I'm just like, oh yeah, you're still here. Hey, how are you doing? You're rude. That's how you're doing.
I mean, I kind of loved I'm trying to find it. I don't know what the exact quote was, but you have Everly and she's chasing her and she's harassing her, and Grady's like, or she's just chasing her. She's not really harassing her. He's like, Grady gets a phone call. He's like, I got people telling me you're harassing a tourist. What's going on? But the way they were interacting, you could kind of tell the other one was combative. Like, yes, Everly was chasing her, but she wasn't giving into it at all.
I thought that was so funny.
I would
like,
have said,
that's
she's
how it
a
happened.
suspect, Greg. She's a killer. I had to chase her down.
Although I just saw Jasper's name pop up in the comments.
Oh, yeah.
He was kind of scared. He had a couple moments where I wasn't really sure what was going on with that.
I thought that
When he kept
whole...
leaving the box.
Yeah, that's what Kristen's saying. Like, he kept leaving the door unlocked, and that whole like relationship with him and Judy. I'm just like, what are you doing? Like, her husband literally just died. Get out of here. But she wanted it. She was just like, I can't be alone right now. I was like, red flag.
Mm-hmm.
And then the fact that she didn't stay with her family, she wanted to stay with Everly.
Mm-hmm.
Everly and Jasper.
Why do you want to go stay with your family at a time like that?
Yeah.
I mean,
putting Everly's life in danger.
Yeah.
When he corrected, though. This is where I thought like maybe he was a potential. When Grady corrected him and said, husband, she's a married woman now, Jasper's eyes flashed hot. Widow, he corrected. Like, he just died like not even an hour ago, and you're correcting that? That was a little cringeworthy. You're like, oh, you're making the suspect.
Yes. Oh my gosh. That scene and plenty others, like when he was involved. Like, and I even posted, I think I posted this on Twitter. It was like a picture, and I was just like, if he leaves the doors unlocked one more time, I'm gonna lose it.
There's a killer on the loose and you're leaving your door unlocked. I mean, come on.
Right? He's like, I didn't think it'd be that bad. I wasn't gone for an hour. I was just like, if a killer is lurking about, especially Everly's house, they could be like scoping and looking and waiting for an opportunity. So as soon as you leave, they could just sneak right in and, oh, you've been gone an hour? Everybody's dead now. I hope you're happy. Oh my God.
Like, unless he's the killer and he knew no one was going to come in.
Right.
It's like he wasn't the killer, so you're just stupid.
I was just like, use your brain. My goodness.
The men in this book.
And her house had already been broken into.
Yes.
I mean, like,
yeah, Judy's room had been ransacked. He's not smart. I was like, you could do better, Judy. Get out of here.
The same thing though with Ryan. Okay, Ryan, both of the guys are the ones who have problems in this book because Ryan got in the car with Cynthia thinking she was a killer, kind of having that suspicion, gets in the car with her anyway, and he thinks, I'll be okay because she's just a woman.
Yes. When I read that.
You will never deserve Amelia, Ryan. Never.
Just a woman? Murderer.
You're not-
and she got you. Oh, just a woman? All right.
But he suspected her and he got in the car anyway. Like, what is it, guys? There's a killer on the loose. Let me leave the door open. I think you're the killer. Let me go driving with you down an alleyway. Like, no.
It's like, brilliant. Use a brain cell. Gosh. Kristen was saying, like, maybe her family was suffocating her, Judy, and she seemed to need some space and time to herself, and Everly understood that. Oh, yeah, absolutely. I mean, this is one of the reasons why I love Everly so much, is because she is so understanding and willing to go above and beyond for people. Like, seriously.
I have been handed a dog toy.
She totally deserved at the end to get her new furniture for her cafe. She earned it 1,000,000 times over.
Totally. Yeah, and she's like, you could just use it as a tax write-off. And she was like, oh, yeah, I didn't even think about that. Mm-hmm.
I mean, this is the thing I think I appreciate about these books in particular, is the way she gets invested in things. She's not just the sleuth looking over, being, nosy, wondering what's going on. I mean, she's her friend. She cares. She found the body. I mean, it's her house. It's on her location. Like, she was invested.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was always reasons why she was sleuthing. In the first one, it was her business that was in jeopardy, her reputation, like just for herself, because she was like number one suspect because it was her tea that was poisoned. And then this one, same thing. It's her property. She was hosting this event, and then victim number 2 in 4 months, since she's been back in this town. And so it's like, yeah, like suspicion is on you, even though they didn't drink. I mean, they were drinking her tea, let's be real. But like, he was stabbed with a knife. And so yeah, she's like, she had that, drive, not just because, I'm just going to get in people's way. And I'm just going to, unwittingly and not think and put myself in dangerous situations, even though she did do that at times. There's that time where she was hearing Ryan's ringtone and she's like, I'm going to go see, like, he'll be ringing the doorbell before you even get here, Grady. And Grady was just like, stay inside and do not go outside. And she went anyway. I was like, girl, listen to your man, please, and stay inside.
Maybe if you kissed her, she'd been like, oh, well, I'm in a relationship.
I was like, get in the house. Get in the house.
And she was like, oh, no. And Grady was just like, please tell me this happened after you already went into the house. I was like, oh, nope, she's outside still. And what does she get? A swift hit in the head with some driftwood. That's, yep.
I mean,
Yep. Knew it.
I was going to say, though, when you say Ryan redeems himself, I'm like, his redeeming moment was when he almost died. I mean, I felt bad. Poor Everly. I mean, she gets abducted. She gets tossed in the middle of another murder scene. I mean, poor thing.
Yeah, that was all really the way the ending, how everything got tied up, and her trying to help Ryan to the cabin and all of that was like, it was so intense, and I loved it. I love how the series, you really get into it and you feel for the characters and you are invested and you feel all the different emotions. I love that. It makes it more of a I don't know. It's still a cozy, but it's not like those really fluffy cozies. Cozies sometimes can be almost cartoonish, where things are just kind of unbelievable. But you just really get invested in these, and I love that so much.
Yeah, that was a really like dark scene where like he removes his hand from his shoulder and it's just like he's been shot. Like it's like, and I'm like, oh yeah, he's been shot. Oh my gosh, like stay with us. Come on.
Well, because I mean, Everly she's our sleuth. She's our heroine. She's not going to die, but like he's a side character. He could die, technically. So I didn't know what was going to happen with that. I thought he might have been a casualty of the situation. We didn't know what was going to happen there.
And I just thought that would have been sad for Everly. You know, you can just feel for her, like she's trying to help him and get him to safety and get herself to safety. And then if he would have died, then, you know, that's just more trauma for her to deal with and have on her.
I know. I like how you're like, we needed to live for Everly's sake.
Not even because, like, you know, you're a nice person and because he wasn't a nice person. It's like, you just need to live because Everly cannot deal with any more trauma right now. She's been hit over the head like so many times, like attacked so many times. Like, please just survive for Everly's sake.
Yeah.
I mean, for goodness sakes, the headrest on her golf cart was stabbed. I mean, that's
Poor Blue.
Yeah, poor Blue. And then it got smashed. I just remembered it got smashed. I wonder if she'll get a new one.
I know, she got new furniture. She needs a new golf cart.
Yeah.
I really love that Grady, like, you know, cleaned up Blue and put like a star out of duct tape to cover the hole. I was like, you're so sweet. Stop it.
I know, he's a new book boyfriend. He's on the list.
For sure.
He's on the big boyfriend list. It's a thing. Sure.
I've never had a cowboy book boyfriend. This is my first.
Now you do. Now you do.
Yeah.
And he's not a rodeo cowboy either. He's just a genuine cowboy.
Yeah. He's a good one.
And Everly even said, like, she was like, there is just something that, you know, I like about cowboys, except she can live without the rodeo. And he was just like, I'm like, do you mean Grady? You literally just said, like, basically Grady.
Ding.
Yeah. For sure.
I can see in the future, you know, if they, when they are together,
With.
they're going to get together. And there's another murder or something happening, and he's going to be like, please stay out of it. And you can tell that's going to cause friction between them. That'll cause issues. So I'm excited to see how I'll handle that. And
I was gonna say, I just saw it's so weird. I'm like, Angela. Like, we're just like saving Angela because it's mine. And this book combined her past and current life nicely together. Not only her relationship, but her house, her aunt's place, and that shack in the woods from when she was a kid. That is a great comment because it's true.
Yeah.
The writing is so spot on.
Yeah, she like Angela said, like that. Just this writing is just so flawless. Honestly, it's flawless. I can't it's the perfect blend of things that have happened in her past, you know, going into the situations that she is right now in the present. All, you know, just all the characters. Oh my gosh, like seriously, just the writing standpoint, 5 stars.
Yeah, she has such a good way of explaining or telling you things that happened in her past without taking you out of the story and like forgetting where you are or what's going on. I love that.
I mean, I love that. Again, I agree. It's weird to be like, I agree with Angela. Angela said, agrees with Angela. Angela agrees with Angela. But no, I mean, I thought it was such a great writer. It's such to have the past in that way because she's such a dimensional character. Because a lot of the times you'll have that, oh, we're in the moment, but she was balancing a lot of different, you know, kind of narratives because she had all the different characters, all these overlapping moments. I mean, you had to worry about Ryan, you had to figure out what was going on with Pete, like you had to have Amelia, and you have Wyatt who shows up. I mean, there was a lot of interactivity with the characters, but I never got confused. I never had a like, oh wait, what just happened moment. Like everything's really clear cut, and you remembered who the people were, and they had their own backstories. It was just, I love this book. And sometimes with cozies, I can be a little bit more critical. I mean, I never talk about books that I don't like on YouTube. I'm a very positive person. But like, you know, this cozy, like it was really, you know, it really pulled me in. I was really into this.
Yeah, I just think that's like just again and a testament to her writing is just because yes, there were so many characters, but I really never had a moment where I was like, wait, who is this? You know, so it's like, it's just like you made the characters real where you never forgot a person when they came back into the plot.
Yeah.
I mean, the beekeeping islands. I love the details. When they ever pulled out her old laptop, I lost it. I was just, this is hysterical.
No, that was such a great.
Like, we use it every day. We just check what's going on. I mean, like the details. So just the backgrounds, the characters. I mean, the way it's written and executed. I mean, again, I'm here for it. I'm in this. I pre-ordered the third one. I'm ready for tomorrow. Like immediately downloading it.
I know. I might be reading it at midnight.
I know. Well, yeah. I was like, wait, what? I'm like, what time zone is this coming out at?
Oh, I know, right? I know. One scene I thought was super cute is that, you know, when Grady was telling her to use the buddy system when she was walking around, and he was like, she's like, what if I accidentally ask the killer to keep me company and he kills me? Grady gripped his neck, looked at this guy for a long time. As you can tell, like, he's counting again. I was like, Grady's counting.
Oh my gosh. I don't even think we talked about one of my all-time favorite moments in this entire book. One of my favorite moments when she's talking to Ryan, and I love this so much because you can see Grady like, what is going on? They're talking about the scene in front of them. He's like, I followed Ryan. You know, Ryan's like, what is it? She's like, I can't see. I'm craning my neck. I can't see. I can't tell. It's too dark. That's a warning look. You two think I can't hear you? they exchanged a look, an impish look, and we're like, yes, we admitted in unison. Whatever, he was like, you think I can't hear what's going on? Like, you're like the peanut gallery, this like crime scene right now. And he's like, I can hear you. I lost it. Oh my gosh. That is my favorite. I bookmarked that. I printed that. I tweeted that. I love that.
Yeah, that was a good one.
It was so funny.
I mean, did they really think you couldn't hear them? I mean, I have questions.
They literally thought that they were just talking amongst themselves and Grady couldn't hear them. Oh my gosh. Like, you know I can hear you. It's like, oops. They were like kids in trouble. They were like, so funny.
Like, he learned that stress relieving technique in the first book. Like, that's going to come back in second, third, fourth. Like, that's going to be his thing, the stress relieving technique.
Yes, that's immediately what I thought of in that scene. I was like, oh, he's counting. It's the stress relief. It's going to be a constant, like you said. Third, fourth, series goes on. Grady's going to learn to count to 10 really good.
He's going to have to learn to count like all different languages.
Yeah. Yeah.
Is it interesting?
That's something I want to know. Who is writing the blog? Like, I'm wondering, when is that gonna be solved?
Yeah, second book didn't come clean. Yeah. Another thing.
Maybe it's the ants. Angela said maybe it's the ants that write the blog.
That,
maybe
I mean,
that Bracy Gracie. We haven't met her yet.
Yeah, that's true. Maybe we haven't. Yeah, maybe we haven't met the blog writer yet. Like, they call her Bracy Gracie. I was like, come on. Come on.
I feel like they maybe kind of deserve it if they call her that.
Right.
I mean, this is the thing. Like, when you love your protagonist and you just love the heroine of the story, and when someone's mean to them, you get mad at that character. Like, they instantly become a villain, like Cynthia to me. And so when she ever was commenting on her mother away and making it a joke and putting her on the spot, she's like, yeah, I still haven't gotten over that. I'm like, no, I'm on your side. Like, I know you're a fictional character, but I am here for you.
Yeah.
Kristen's comment, because Angela was saying, like, or maybe the ants write the blog. Kristen was saying, I don't see the ants writing bad about Everly, though, because in the first book, the first little blog that we get, it was kind of like a really negative like, to Everly, saying, like, oh, yeah, her tea poisoned this guy. And I'm like, I don't see the ants writing that about her either. So I think we can cross out the ants on the blogger list.
Well, they're also using my ancient laptop.
That's true.
I kind of think it might have been Amelia because they hadn't talked that whole time when she first got home. So maybe she was kind of hurt by that, but she didn't confront her about it. And also, she wants to be a writer, so maybe she was kind of trying to present a scenario of what could have happened.
It was so cute when she's like, "I'm gonna write children's books." Look, I printed that out and I was like, "Cute."
Cute.
Kristen did comment about how when she had her little notebook and pen and, you know, she was talking about, like, take this away from me before I ruin, like, book writing. And then she just wrote that little note saying, like, I believe in you. You can do this. I'm like, yes, that's so cute.
Yes.
She wanted to write their adventures. I thought that was just
example.
I mean, like all the feelings, like all the warm and fuzzies. But
I love all the relationships in this book between Everly and the aunts, Everly and Grady, like obviously. But then also like Everly and Amelia. You get like all the feels, like with Grady, and then you get like the true like best friend feelings with Amelia, and then the family with the aunts, and I love that. I love that.
Oh,
Plagiarizing a cartoon beagle.
Or bedtime pancakes. Can we talk about the pancakes? I would love to have bedtime pancakes.
I mean, it's just such a cute book. I'm like, there's so many things. I'm like, all the notes, just all the fun. I mean, I'm so glad we did the bonus night. We did the bonus read with this. I'm just gonna keep reading this. I mean, can we just also? It's like, can we just talk about the victim for a second? I mean, the more we learned about him, the more I understood he was the victim. But when I ever found out he was wearing the bracelet that him and his ex-girlfriend had to his wedding, like the ex-girlfriend snapped, Cynthia snapped because she saw the bracelet. But I mean, when you're Judy and like you see your new husband wearing the bracelet his ex gave him, like I could kind of see her wanting to kill him. I could kind of see that.
For sure.
Oh yeah. Like you said, like the more you learned about Craig, the less I thought of him as a victim, because I was like, you are not very nice. You know, it's just like you were having an affair, which Judy knew. And I was kind of like, oh, well, she knew that. And then again, wore that relationship. It was just, I was like, oh no, you're not a good dude.
Not at all.
I mean, that was the other thing too. Multiple people had pretty solid reasons for potentially being the murderer. I mean, it wasn't any like, you know, oh, he made a flippant comment. It was like, no, there's actually legit stuff going on that might motivate these people and these characters in these situations. Ooh.
I feel like he was also kind of leading Cynthia on at that point too, because it was like a couple weeks before the wedding, and he came to her house and still wearing the bracelet. I was like, you're giving everybody all kinds of mixed signals. I'm like, that's just wrong. If you're gonna break it off with your ex, break it off. You're getting married in 2 weeks. Like,
well, even his business partner Pete. I mean, Pete was probably the closest thing he had to a best friend, and his best friend was like, he's not a good guy. His like the closest relationship he had, he was pretty much, you know, he was honest. I mean, I thought that was really interesting because he felt bad. I mean, eventually it's revealed later in the book when he says, you know, I knew he cheated and that's why they're better. I mean, even his friends didn't. I mean,
I know. It's like, if you're like your best friend, business partner saying you're not a good dude, then I'm like probably.
There's some reasons to be killed there.
Yeah.
Well, even then, the other potential red herring that he has, him being the data scientist there, and he might have been embezzling. He might have figured out, like, he might have found out who he was. I mean, like, all the different things. All the different things.
Yeah. I fell for that red herring. I was just like, oh yeah, Pete's embezzling. Craig found out about it. He killed him. Yep, let's do it. Chris wanted to have his wedding cake. Yeah, for sure. He even lied about who called him at the wedding. Yeah, he said Pete was calling in, but really it was Cynthia. Like, why even take the call? Why? You're at your reception of your wedding. Don't stop.
I knew as soon as we found out about Cynthia, I was like, I bet Pete didn't even call.
I agree.
Well, I mean, interesting. Like we knew, I mean, again, like, you're Grady, you're the detective. You can look up if she was on the flight or not. Like, she came in early, put on that big show. I mean, it wasn't just her arriving. She was putting on an actual show for people with the taxi and, you know, making a big fuss about it. I mean, she really wanted attention there.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, for sure. Like, my plane was delayed. I'm here with my baggage, and you know, again, baggage, like clothes and like your personal baggage, like running down like the pier, but like, no, I'm here to stop the wedding. Like, oh god.
But he still wore the bracelet for the wedding.
Killed him.
I mean, oh,
What a
Cynthia.
great.
His Christian saying his own murder would have been solved so quickly if he'd been honest. Like, yeah, seriously.
It's fun.
It's true.
I think Grady had to have known, though. Like, look up the calls, and like you said, you could say like which flight he came on. Come on. Just because he didn't share that information with our, you know, protagonist, who this story, if Everly doesn't know, so
Yeah.
It seems like she would learn from these now 2 murders that she's been involved in to kind of hang back, or he would learn to start just sharing things with her because she's gonna get herself in the middle of it anyways. So maybe they could kind of like team up.
She became like a person.
yeah, I'm just wondering if that whole like kind of tension between Grady and Everly, because obviously he doesn't want trouble or to hurt himself, so he's constantly telling her like, I'm gonna arrest you for, you know, obstruction. And I was just, you know, what do you mean? Like, what do you but it's like, it's going to constantly be a thing with them, you know, like she's going to want to, you know, investigate and help, and, you know, legitimate reasons to sleuth, and he's going to be like, I'm going to arrest you for obstruction if you don't stop. Like, it's going to be like, will there be any kind of give and take in that kind of scenario in the relationship?
I mean, his mother-in-law is also potentially moving to town. So I don't know if she's going to look fondly on, because again, mother-in-law, moving on, she's probably not going to be too happy to see a woman step into the role of being a mother to her grandson. So I can see potential issues with that one.
And
but how can you not love Everly?
This, you know, I mean, so if Everly's aunt doesn't win and become in charge of Charm, I'm gonna be very angry. If this newcomer to Charm wins, I'm not gonna be happy. I'm just throwing it out there. Like, I love you, Brianger, but at the same time, like, don't do that to me.
I don't think that she would do what you just said, because she's a newcomer to town. She's not known in this small community, so that's one of the reasons why I don't think that she would win. But I did pick up on when Grady was about his mother-in-law. He didn't say ex-mother-in-law. He still calls her his mother-in-law, like your wife, you know, died, and that was your like. I caught that. I'm just like, oh, okay. Or he could even have said like my son's grandmother, or you know, something like that. It's just like that. Just like, you know, whatever. But he didn't.
I'm thinking when she comes to town, there's gonna be a lot of drama.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm betting that's gonna be the 3rd book.
Yeah.
There's gonna be slow burn again.
I was like, please kiss. Please. For the love of God.
Well, I'm trying to figure. So hold on. I'm kind of curious now. You got me wondering. So the first book is 330 something pages. So 340 pages, 340. So, and then the second book is 330. So 340 plus 300. Oh my gosh. Again, I'm in like a higher time zone. I'm getting distracted by this dog over here, and I don't know what he wants me to do. But so like just adding those together, you're like those pages. Like after all that, still haven't kissed.
Yeah. It's 170 pages. Kiss. Yeah. Angela Cox is saying unless Everly has to save maybe like he saves then it kind of makes the mother-in-law more receptive to Everly. I could see it. I could see it. Angela.
What?
I hear Max.
Yeah. I don't know what's going on. The reason why I was getting confused and concerned and I couldn't do my math is because I was watching him and he was kicking. He went to the little pile of books I have and he started like kicking them around. I wasn't really sure what was going on. And now I can't figure out if he's trying to bury a treat somewhere or what.
Quite possibly.
Like, I'm a relatively smart human being, but I was trying to figure out what was going on with the little puppy. But, I have no idea what I apologize.
It's all right.
It's okay.
And now I don't even know where he ended up. I have to figure that one out.
Anybody
But
else?
yes, I'm really I was going to say yes, and I will be reading book 3 of this.
Oh,
So
yeah.
I'm excited.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yes. For sure.
I love it.
And the covers. Fun.
Yeah, we have Lou. Lou's still on the cover.
Yeah.
I mean, I was concerned about our little feline friend because she wasn't appearing. She wasn't there for a little while, so I was a little concerned about her little, cat friend.
Yeah, she like ran off and wasn't like seen from for a couple of hours. I'm like, Maggie.
I want to see Maggie on the cover.
Ooh.
Maggie and Lou.
Yeah.
That would be
Maybe the third book.
I mean, unless this is going to become, an Agatha Raisin, 29 books, 26, 29 books later situation where we're still going to be reading.
It could be.
That's a lot of books.
Hey, I mean, I'm still reading Hannah Swenson. I keep picking them up.
Yeah. If they're good,
Yeah, I got this is my cozy mystery spot over here. And then when we do romantic with heart, my romance with heart.
I like how you have different specs.
Yeah, I have my YA in another room, so
All she's missing is the ladder. Like, she is Belle. All she needs to do is that little ladder with the arm up, and she's Belle.
Isn't that every bookworm's dream?
yes. I know someone said like you need a Beauty and the Beast style library, and I was just like, I need a Beauty and the Beast style castle to put the library in the space.
My one bedroom apartment is slowly being overtaken by books.
Does anybody else have any like? Sorry, what were you saying?
Oh yeah.
I was just wondering if anyone else had anything else they wanted to talk about with this book.
I loved it.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I recommend these books.
Favorite scenes? Anything you want to talk about that we didn't talk about?
Next tomorrow night, we're discussing this one.
It was a good one.
I'm not done with it yet. I still got this much more to go.
Oh,
I know. I was gonna say we had two. I was gonna say we got a very good Cozy Mystery Book month, with this, our bonus read and then our official read. I mean, between all of them, I've been pretty happy as my little reader self. So I got another 5-star book to talk about with you guys tomorrow.
Lady Giz says, good night, ladies. Great job as usual. Have a great week. Happy August. Bye.
Oh.
Bye. And Elizabeth. I think you're saying I made it. Yes.
Welcome. Just the first day.
Did you love the book? Did you read it? What did you read it? 4.5 stars for me. I loved it.
I know.
4.8. I don't know. Yeah, probably 4.5.
I'm just 5.
Yeah, you're
like,
5 stars all around.
yeah, I really love this series. She is like, I cannot say her. She is such a good writer. She just pulled me in. Again, reading.
I was gonna say, I mean, I was looking her up. I'm like, I think that, she doesn't have more people following her. I'm like, we need to get the people following you on Twitter and Goodreads. Like, we need to send the Cozy Mystery readers to you because they need to read these books.
Can we talk about also the fact that she writes under a different name and she has that Apple Flame coming out?
She writes under a different name?
This one, right?
Yes. Yeah, you have it. Oh.
Yes, this hasn't come out yet. This is coming out in November. So this one isn't coming out for a little bit. But I got the ARC from Kensington. So it's called Apple Cider, and it's on sale. Oh, it's not on sale till 10/29. Oh, it's on November 29th. So it's on sale for a little while. So
October. Isn't that October? Where are we? Are we in September?
oh, it's 11/29. I can't read.
11? Oh,
I can't read with my bifocal. They're the progressives bifocals. So it says November on the side. So I'm not crazy. It says November 2019, and then over here it says 10/19.
I just forgot what month for a minute.
We're still in.
That's a good catch. So whoever does, I mean, I love Kensington. On the here though, it says November 2019. Unless this is one of their advanced reader copies. I don't know. Anyway, this is the book.
And I mean, either way, it's coming out at the perfect time for like the holidays coming up. It looks so good.
I just want to read on Goodreads. So
this is her. We're sure this is
giveaway for tomorrow.
I think so. Yeah, the giveaway for tomorrow.
Yeah.
Oh, speaking of, so tonight we do have one thing to be giving away. So Michelle Bab, I don't want to mispronounce her name. So she is a Cozy Mystery book narrator. So she narrates predominantly Cozy Mystery books. So tonight, after this is archived, I'll go through the comments and pull a random winner. So someone will get to receive an audio copy of Dead as a Doornail in the Fat Lady Sings series. So an audiobook tonight, and then tomorrow night we also have the audiobook, the Kensington giveaway as well, and then I'm resending a box as well, and then gifting whatever book wins, because right now they're very close. Tonight there's all sorts of goodies, but tonight we also have this one to give away. So shout out to Michelle. So someone will be getting an audio Cozy Mystery book from tonight.
Nice.
I know. Until we say giveaway. So thank you for saying that. And I had this right in front of me the whole time. Ta-da!
Welcome.
Anna's keeping us on track.
Yeah, I know. I mean, thank you. It's always later for me because, again, like it's 9:04 and I don't sleep well. So I think that's why I'm like a little like, oh, yeah, delayed reaction. But yes, that giveaway as well. So thank you. And then this is tomorrow.
Yes. So this is tomorrow. And then, yes, our poll is like neck and neck. It's like 1%. Like it takes a and neck over neck and neck.
It's hard to choose.
So if you haven't, go vote for what we're reading.
Yes, vote.
I'm going to figure out about the apple cider slang, though, because I'm trying to figure out why it says 10 on the side. It says November. I'm confused. It says expected October 29th. So maybe they expect everyone to have it in November. So October 29th. Just throwing that out there. I was just curious. I didn't want to end on a question mark.
Yeah, it looks super cute. I love that cover.
Yeah.
And now I want apple cider.
Ooh, that would be so good.
I know all the cozy mystery goodness. These covers are adorable, and they're the perfect size. I love these books. So yeah, we're being on so far.
Oh, did you? We have the Blushing Bride tea in the back of the book here. I was like, when she was describing that, the hibiscus with the cinnamon, I'm just like, oh my god. Which tea?
I literally grabbed, like, I bought this specifically because we were talking about tea. I have water in my mug, my cozy mug, but I have my tea. But we're talking about tea, so gotta have the tea next to me.
Yeah, I had some sleepy time tea in my mug.
I have caffeine and I'm still exhausted. Like I have no excuse. It's not taking anymore. Anywho, I love this book.
I'm awake for forever because I'm already a night owl. So
yeah. Yep. So it is the 29th. I'm glad we've established. So I did not realize that this is also her book, but that means that I need to read this now because she's super talented. So that's gonna be read. But yeah. So tomorrow night is Amanda Flower, Crown Poetry. And then we need to find out what our next read is tomorrow night because of the poll. So
I love this cover too.
So I get the little dog who looks really confused, like he's doing something. I'm gonna go figure out what's going on with that.
All right, everyone. Well, I'm so glad we got to read the second book, and I'm going to continue on with the series. I know you all are because it is amazing. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. I love these lovely ladies. They're wonderful.
I love y'all.
I know. Thank you for hosting.
Absolutely. I love it. I love it. And we will see you all tomorrow.
I know. And thank you, Anna, for joining. I'm so happy to have like a guest hostess. I'm like, you're so great.
Oh, thank y'all for having me back again. It's so much fun.
Oh, for keeping you. You're adorable.
You are ours. This is not the last you have seen, Amanda.
I'll come back anytime.
We hold you to that.
I know, right? We will hold you to that. Remember in that live stream you said you was coming back?
But oh my god, thank you so much for everyone who's joining us and for reading mysteries with us and chatting. It's just so much fun. So thank you for a good night.
Good night.
Good night, everyone. Bye.